him to the shepherd, he gon' be the judge. Messiah making sure we pure so we can see the plug. The raven never came back, Noah sent the dove. Shalom to the tribes with the olive leaf. If you anointed, it's in your walk. Faith and we believe, I can't choose doubt. We ain't walking like we made it, y'all servants. Messiah came and washed feet. The 12 tribes waking up, the devil's mad nervous. Love my people, you can't touch mine. If I'm there in this war, I'm on front line. Abba know my heart, I know he hate lies. We just trying to teach Christ, escape that lake fire. Cause you could die today or you could die tomorrow. The chains of darkness ain't no game, my cousin seen it all. Missed a whole 1,000-year reign with Christ. Walk as he walked, y'all change your life. Light to the world, we gon' glorify your Father. Light to the world, give him praise, give him honor. Light to the world, they gon' glorify your Father. Light to the world, give him praise, give him honor. Light to the world, they gon' glorify your Father. Light to the world, give him praise, give him. Just got finished working. Finally got out the hole. All praise to God. All praise is Most High. So I'm out of the hole, y'all. God is so good. Over across the bridge to where I'm trying to go to get more, a Walmart order. So I gotta cash that out in a little. I made like $19 on Rudy. Then on Walmart, I was like almost $90 in the hole. I got an order for like $60. No, matter of fact. Yeah, I got an order from Walmart first. That's what I started out with. I had a 60-something order from Walmart. I went and go grab that, and then when I came back, it brought me back to Poughkeepsie. So then from there, I went to the tractor supply store, picked up another order, Brody, and then I went down towards Walmart. I got my order from Walmart again after I dropped. I got another order from Walmart after I dropped the Rhodey order off. I went to park from this park down behind Rondout Gardens. As soon as I get to the park, next thing you know, it's like these parks have cameras, and it must be people that's like got access to these cameras, right? Because as soon as I show up at the park, next thing you know, it's like this one guy coming like, and it's like they look at you, and it's like they probably go back and get in a group chat and text their people, and the next thing you know, 3 cars come, and one of them come, and I was in like when you come up and you go by the left, it's like not where the benches and all that is up, and to the left where the garbage cans is at, and then you can look off the cliff if you go back to the back. The one dude came, I was parked right near the garbage cans. He gonna drive all the way to the back, sit there for a couple minutes, then drive up and sit by me. And then 2 other cars came. This one white guy, I started to feel uncomfortable kinda, because the way how the white man came, he looked at me, he had a bald head, a white man with a bald head, he looked like a cop. He was in a, I got his license plate, he was in a Honda. So he came, he looked at me, he drove through the grass and parked right next to me. One of them type of cars that probably got a camera on it and you recording me, you know what I'm saying? Why would you come to a park and park right next to a black man? It's a whole fucking that park behind Rondout Gardens. Today's day is Tuesday, August 18th at 7 p.m. Yeah, 3 cars, and then one dude that was parked in the back, he came and parked in the front closer towards me. And then white sitting right near me. So you got grab your shield, dust it off, sister, stand up. Count the times he came through, y'all, that man up. Messiah got the keys to the handcuffs. We gon' teach the law. Stand us. Feel like a famine of the word gon' try to ban us. Father fighting for us, we the apple of his eye. For so long, he felt like he kept his hands up. For a moment, I forsook you, but mercy, I'ma gather you. Disobey laws in my heart, so I scattered you. Even after all you did to me, still rather you. Put my name on it, the bloodline I chose it. Deliver my people, I open that open. Turning your captivity, just stay focused. bloodline of Moses.
Pestilence coming, that blood is your token. I set the plagues, even sending the locusts. I'm turning hearts from the whore if you notice. Eyes to the east, all deliverance closest. Turning captivity, feeling like Joseph. Shepherds is ready, they right where they coasting. Raising their name while we hearing explosive. Up in Atlanta, them dwell where it's hosted. We got a shepherd that lay down his life for the sheep. Blood making sure you got no sin. We got a father that judging the earth and the wood and the plains. I bet y'all having motion. If you love them, then keep the commandments. It's how we done damage. Yeah, we took advantage. Your love on my vanity. Curses you handed. The father reverse and get back with Atlantis.
Yo, man, I should try to sue YouTube, man, because they took my money. Yeah, they took my money. I gotta call Google and find out, how do I get my fucking check, man? Y'all stole my check. Facts. Man, I don't know if I want to go home and chill for a second, or just keep going, stay outside, go get my weed and shit. I'm gonna go get my weed and shit, stay outside. Cause going home just gonna hold me back. I don't need to go home. Bloodline of Moses. I'm turning hearts from the whore if you notice. This car behind me just pulled out the Vanderbilt mansion. It seemed like he wanted to ride all up on me. He's a black guy, but he knows that I'm on the phone, so he ain't gonna do nothing stupid because he knows life place could get revealed. If you love him, then keep his commandments. By the blood. These police think they gonna get away with this shit, and all these people in the city of Poughkeepsie with this stalking shit. I'm gonna file a complaint on y'all ass and get y'all investigated. Watch. I'm gonna complain against y'all ass. When I go on Facebook in a little, I'm gonna complain the shit out of y'all. It's harassment. It's stalking, man. They need to have cameras in their car, and they need to make sure that they ain't talking on their cell phones. Yup, they need to have cameras in them cars. That's an issue. I don't know, man. Y'all need to put a GPS tracker on them cars. That's not their cars. That's the state car. That's the state of New York cars and the county. And you know what I'm saying? They don't pay for them cars, them big ass trucks that they use to clean the parks and stuff. But they drive and do what they want. One day the dude came. It was winter time. He came and poured salt right on my car. I was at the parking lot off of Main Street, and he came and he had that salt, and he came and he didn't even pour the salt on the ground, and it was like kind of like snowing a little, and he didn't pour no salt on the ground. He came in the parking lot and he backed up near me and let that salt hit all on my car, and then drove off in a big ass truck, like the truck that I showed y'all today earlier at College Hill Park. And I gave y'all his number, and I told y'all he's throwing up a gang sign. They're gonna have to investigate that. The cameras to show this nigga throwed up a gang sign at me. How y'all got gang members working there? They ain't even working then. That means they trying to do gang activities and put in work for their gang. They're not trying to work. That's why every time I come to the park, they randomly just show up. That's profiling and stalking and targeting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a criminal. I'm not on parole. I don't commit crimes. I'm a hard working man. So all this stalking and trying to cause car accidents, it's gonna get these people destroyed, man. It's gonna bring judgment on them. And now you got the Culinary Institute opening up. So at 7:05 Tuesday, August 18th, this dude in this park police car. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple parks that they work at, but normally it's the Vanderbilt Mansion and it's the Franklin Delano Roosevelt home. But he seen me and couldn't wait to just hurry up and turn. White man. all they know how to do. Stalking shit. All right, thank you. I appreciate you. So yeah, go to college tomorrow. They sent me a message saying you can come in and fucking call the NAACP and sue their ass. I was about to get a class, not a class action. I was ready to get a discrimination lawsuit on their ass, Dutchess Community College. I applied for college like 2-3 weeks ago, and now they just sending me a text message. That shit, I didn't know they send text message to your phone. It seemed like somebody's texting me off a regular 845 number. It don't even school, but it is because they said reply stop if you want us to stop texting you. So I know it's the school. They said classes start next week, but you can still register. Why didn't y'all tell me that 2 days after I fucking applied, man? It's like hard to register and then get the financial aid set up and all that shit. And classes start next week. I don't know how that shit gonna work. I gotta go talk to them tomorrow. It's throwing me off, man. I was ready to start. And then I already had it in my head that they declined. They denied me, or they didn't accept my application, or for whatever reason, I just felt like they didn't want to. Like, look at it like this. When how can I say it? When stupid ass Mexican motherfucker, he tried to cause a car accident with me. Mexican dude tried to cause a car accident with me, y'all. He in a Altima. He in a Hyundai. License plate KAT99. Hold on, I'm gonna get it in a second. He tried to start fucking hitting his brakes when he seen me behind him. That's what he tried to do. A Mexican dude. Yeah, you better turn, motherfucker. His car all fucked up too, so it makes sense why you trying to cause car accidents. But damn. 9335. KAT935. He got a Mexican girl with like a red mark on her face, like they smacked the shit out this Mexican girl. This look like she's got a mark on her face. If you could see her, it looked like he smacked the shit out that young girl in the car. She got her whole face is cut. Her whole face is red, yo. That could be not his child. This could be the illegal immigrants that came over, children that wasn't theirs, and just sold them to many Mexican people. Y'all need to investigate these people, man. That's a Mexican. His car all messed up, and he tried to cause an accident with me. And the girl in the passenger seat, her face is all red, y'all. Like somebody just smacked the shit out of her and kept beating her. Y'all need to go investigate that. Somebody need to do something about this shit. That shit make me feel bad, bro. That shit make me feel bad, bro. Somebody need to look into that. That little girl can be in danger, man. She could be getting tortured and raped, and all these 14-year-olds that showed up pregnant and they moved them to Texas. All these Mexican girls showing up, 14-year-olds popping up pregnant, y'all. Y'all ain't hearing about that news because it only go out on, you'll see it on Facebook. You won't see Fox 5 and CNN reporting this stuff. They lied when they remember when the dudes in Ohio and the governor said, oh no, that didn't happen in our state. Yes, it did. Because they caught him in New York. They escaped. They left and ran to New York and was hiding. And the FBI caught him. That Mexican dude was an old man. That probably not even his daughter. Her face all fucked up and red, and it's like bleed. It looks like blood all over her face, bro. It's fucked up. It hurts me, yo. I should have followed his ass, but he went into the plaza where you know where Chipotle is across from Marist College. This is Marist College right here. So he just went into the plaza at like 7:08, right across from Marist College where Chipotle is at. And I gave y'all his license plate, and his car is beat up, and he's a Hyundai, a blue Hyundai, New York State plates. If that little girl is going in through anything, may God protect her, give her help and assistance so she can get to a safe family or something like that, man. And that was one of the things I used to talk about, how when these immigrants came across the border, they brought children that wasn't even theirs. They was coming through the gaps, Darien gaps. Remember, they was going through water under the and that what is it, a swamp or whatever. They was going through the Darien Gap. They was coming on buses. Some of them probably came on planes and stuff like that. And I think this Marist College got some stuff going on with child trafficking too. They use college students. Like, if you go look into news reports from they had a protest against like I think Israel at Newport University. That's across the bridge though. And what happened was the police came and tried to like stop the protest, and these college students started fighting the police and stuff like that. They got that shit all over and documented in news reports and stuff like that. I just was telling my mom I want to until you get housing, because they do help you. If you're in a shelter and you're going through the Department of Social Service, they will help you faster, probably like a month if you're in the shelter. I'm surprised a lot of these people that live in shelters out here are not getting houses, because that's what they're supposed to do. I don't know if they're applying for house. That's why I got to start talking to the homeless people a little more. That's one thing that I stopped doing. You know what I'm saying? I used to talk to them all the time. They said they taking walk-ins to 6 o'clock tomorrow. So I'll probably just go register and talk to them about, well, I can't get state because I owed a state. I took out too much loans going to school before, so I can't get state federal. I can't get state aid. Like, they won't give me no state loans to pay for my school, so I gotta go through the federal loans. I still got some left on my federal loans. I think I got like 8,000 or something like that. So I could use probably that and it'll cover. You know what I'm saying? I just won't have no money probably extra for myself. Usually when you go to school, that check you get like $5,000 on 5,000. But if I'm not getting state aid and I'm only getting federal, I won't get that much. I'll probably get, after I pay for my classes, my books, and all that stuff. I got to do the math and see, because I might have to pay out of pocket. I don't know. Go to shit, working is putting miles and stuff on the car, so I might as well go to school. I'll have somewhere to go every day. You know what I'm saying? Be inside, can study in there, go to use their library, just take advantage of the whole campus. What's up, man? I can buy you a cigarette. All right.
Except for the law?
I get $3 to Lucy's. Let me get 2 and 2.
Yeah, I know they have the phones on. But oh yeah, I know all about that.
Good looking. Alright, King. In like a day or two, I should have some more bud. I'm gonna go over there in like a day or two. I'll give you some when I get it. Alright. What you want, a short or a 100? Alright. Chilling. Yeah. Maintaining, man.
Kids?
Huh?
Kids?
I don't got no kids.
Oh, man.
Yeah, not yet.
Oh, man. You staying slow.
Yeah.
Don't move.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I want some though. Gotta find the right woman, man. I want one of them women that don't want you to take care of them. They look for, a lot of these women want a man to do everything, pay all the bills and stuff like that. And I'm not that financially stable. That's why I don't even be trying to talk to women, because they want to go out on dates. I don't got no money to take you out on no date. And then the ones that ain't, like, you know, you can smoke some weed with them and they ready to take their pants off. I don't want none of that either. I want a classy, righteous woman of God, but I guess I gotta keep being patient because this shit, God ain't send it to me yet. Maybe if I go to school, opportunity, you know what I'm saying? The opportunities might present, but I will have more of an opportunity to pick and choose and decide who I want to communicate and talk with, and it could lead to friendship, and that friendship could lead to something more. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let me look in the comment. I didn't check the comments the whole time. What's going on? Jesus loves you, man. Jack Smith, peace be unto you. Is that your real hair? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah. The dye is not real. You see, the dye in here is not real. Well, it's real dye, but it's my real hair, man. What you talking about? I'm about to go to the weed spot now. Give me some weed. I cash out on Roadie because I just spent my $20 that I could have used for weed. And what I got, like $19 coming in. Hold on, let me see if I can cash this out on Roadie. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take up this. A lot of people sleep in this building right here. And it's abandoned. Fellas be sleeping in there. They probably got a little shower and all that shit set up in there. Probably got lights and all type of shit. Never know. They got the mansion up in there probably. I'm not going up in there. Probably be like 15, 20 people up in there. You never know. I could just spend $10 and give me a dime and stretch it, but what's the sense of spending 10 if I can just get the whole eighth for $10 more? Yeah. They got a little waterfall over there. Y'all want to see the waterfall? Show you the little views. It's peaceful sometimes. It can ease your mind just watching the water. Life be life and so hard. Sometimes you need to just sit by some water for a few minutes. Refresh yourself. It's remind you of God, how powerful He is. Because man didn't create that. God created this. Cool little waterfall, right? That's beautiful, man. Water dirty, but the view is beautiful. Relaxing. Nice little stream. There's a lot of trash down there if you look. Fuck all that shit. Get down there, right? How all that get down there? Hopefully there ain't no bodies down there. Nah, if it was, you'll smell it probably. There's bodies in that Hudson River down there. There's bodies in that river down there. I Hudson River. Probably got bodies floating all the way up to Albany to New York City, man. They've never been discovered. Yeah, people only get found when they get reported missing. Some people can go, like, missing, and they don't have nobody that they're talking to that knows their last, you know what I'm saying? May not have a cell phone or anything, so. Especially, like, people that live in shelters, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm compassionate towards them, because I know that the world despises them and stuff like that, so I show love to them as much as I can. It's hard though, because I be broke and I can't give you the money. They don't really hearken into the word because they stuck in their addiction and what they're going through, so they only try to make it through the day. And that's how God tells us to live, take it day by day. Yeah. We'll get this ride. By the time I get there, it should be ready to cash out. I'm gonna spend got $17. I'm gonna spend 10 and 10. Get up early tomorrow, go to this school. Well, they said they taking walk-ins to 6 p.m. tomorrow. I might try to get a little bit of work in. I might start my day off with the Walmart order, and then when I'm done with that, go to the school and shit and register and all that. I want to try to get some more weed, but got a lot of bills. Credit cards. I think I got the toll booth bill. So I gotta stay on top of all that. Wish I had charge on my laptop, man. I would get right into the word right now, man. This is the best time to get into the word when you tired from work, you know what I'm saying, and you just want to relax. That word refreshes you when you reading it at times like this. It strengthens you spiritually, and it does something to you physically too. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's hard for me to explain. When I'm driving around, I put the notifications down so I'm not looking at my face, so it's not distracting me. Yeah, but something wasn't right with that Mexican girl, man. It's not normal to see a child face like that. You know what I'm saying? That the child can be getting trafficked. It's a man driving, and I don't know who was in the back seat, but that child, I don't know if they're gonna make the child get out and walk in the store. Everybody will see that child face if she walks in the store, but if they make her sit in the car, then nobody will see. Like, her face looks so bad. I think if she walked into the store and people seen it, they would ask her if she was okay. You know what I'm saying? What happened to your face? And the children, they like, people are so corrupt. I hate these type of people that do this stuff to children. Man, I hate them. I should have followed his ass, because he's starting with me. You know what I'm saying? Starting with me. You got a little Mexican girl in your passenger seat. Her face is all bloodied up and stuff like that. Man, something's off with that dude. That could, you know what I'm saying? We don't know if he's one of the people that came across the border recently, or he been here or what, but they could be getting mad, taking it out on the children, because whatever they're going through. No spots. Park over here. No spots over here. I'm about to park right here. I'm gonna be in and out. Let me see if my money cashed. Nope, not yet. Damn. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I might have to check my other card real quick and see how much I got on there. My bad, y'all. I was trying to wait. Yeah, I just used the Walmart card. Roll up, smoke. I don't know if I'm gonna fuck with the FanDuel right now, cause I've been losing like crazy, man. I've been losing like crazy on there. So, and then I only got like $20. So if I use $5 trying to bet and lose that shit, man, that's gonna be $10, $15 I got them trying to work in. You know what I'm saying? I would have to go straight to Walmart and get an order to make like $30, $40 off that 10. And I don't know, man. It's cutting it too close. But if you win the gambling, now you got extra money. So I don't know, man. I need an 8th though, cause tomorrow gonna be a long day for me working and then going to register for school and then trying to, if I can get my weed tomorrow, I'm gonna get the weed. If not, I'm gonna have to wait a couple days. Yeah. If my people say, yeah, he want to grab something, he usually give me $80 and I put money with that and then just give him a half or a little more. If he say, yeah, he wants something tomorrow or the next couple days, I'll be able to go grab something. But if not, I might have to just work a little harder because I got so much bills, man, that I'm behind. Then I gotta try to pay my mom back because she helped me. I think when I park here, a lot of crack, like drug addicts be over here. And I think they must think I sell drugs because as soon as I park here, they start flooding this area, start walking back and forth, up and down. So, try to stay away from that. I don't sell weed, I don't sell drugs. The most I'm doing is giving somebody some bud so that if they like it, then they can reach back out and we can go half on a zip or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If they like it, that's the most I'm doing. I'm not even trying to sell bud to nobody. I you know what I'm saying? If I get a zip and it's 2 half ounces and somebody liked something I had and they want to buy a half ounce, I give them the half ounce for 75 or something. But you know, people gonna take what they could take and get what they can get. They're used to what they're used to. You know what I'm saying? It's just like me. I'm used to what I'm used to. I don't want to go all the way across the bridge and have to worry about, is it going to be good or is he going to do some funny shit to me again? Because I'm going through somebody else. This ain't even my man. This is his peoples. Yeah, my peoples that got it, he don't even live around here no more. So he just be sending me to his peoples. But people down here. Oh. tight. I gotta pull in. Yeah, they pull in. I gotta get some gas. Some different books. I forgot I ran out of papers. It's my last paper probably. Oh, now I got more. And pick the Bible up. Man, I wish I had my laptop charged so we can just get into some of this article, the rest of this article. Learning about how God feel about the civil government and how he instituted government through family and marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's the authorities right there. Marriage and families. A husband and a wife got authority, and then mom and dad over their children and stuff like that. They're the first teachers, the mom and dad. Not school, not kindergarten. Before children go to school, they learn stuff from their mom and dad. Cuss words, whatever. Whether it's good or bad. Man, if I had my own child, I'd be feeding them the scriptures every day. He'd be teaching me stuff. Yeah, start them when they're young. Raise up a child in the ways of the Lord, and when he would not depart. So, if the word is planted in them at a young age, that seed planted in them, they might run to the world. They might, experiment things in the world, but they always gonna have that word in them. So they'd be convicted by things that go against God's law. Especially if they know that the end results is not glorifying God and it's not beneficial to them. We wasn't taught about, like, people tried to teach us the Bible when we was young, but we was too young to understand. Like in 97, 98, I was 12 and 13, and that's when I was going to a church with the basketball team I was playing with. And like sometimes I go to church on holidays with my family, or most of the time funerals, really. But never learned nothing. Bible study, none of that stuff taught me anything. I learned something when I started picking up the word like 3 years ago. It took me a long time. When I was 24, I tried to read the word and couldn't understand it. So it's a blessing, it's a beautiful thing when you can get young people that's like 24, 25, 26, that's really into the word, that's keeping the balance in the world, because the world is ran by wickedness, man. The world is ran by wickedness. People want to dress how they want to dress. You know what I'm saying? Thinking they look cute. You look like a prostitute. Just keeping it 1,000. You don't look cute. They be having weave, fake nails, all type of stuff on. You look like a fake ass doll. You want to look like a mannequin. A real woman is a real woman, not no fake stuff. You feel me? And that's how they raise the children, and it's corrupt, man. All this Cardi B shit, she dancing and twerking in on Washington Heights. Somebody should have called ICE on her ass. Y'all should have called ICE on Cardi B twerking and doing all that dumb shit. Let ICE come and raid that shit. You know they had a whole bunch of illegal immigrants. They sell all that haze out there in Washington Heights. All them Dominicans, they got the haze on lock. No black people can't sell haze in Harlem unless you buying it from them. Them niggas been in Harlem selling haze since the 90s. Never got raided. Never seen them get the pounds from them. None of that. The government never took their pounds. They got hundreds of thousands. They got hundreds of pounds down there in Washington Heights. Them Dominican dudes. Cardi B's family. And y'all ain't even raid them yet. ICE ain't never raid the Dominican Republic. I mean the Dominicans. They got it feeling like you in the Dominican Republic when you go to Washington Heights. Cardi B is gonna burn in hell if she don't repent. All that wickedness that she promoting around children and everybody jumping up with their cell phone recording her while she was twerking on a Sprinter van. That shit was so disgusting to look at. It hurt my heart, broke my heart. Subverting my soul. Because this is a woman that's supposed to be married. And she just got out of a marriage and she married Stefan, this dude, this basketball player or something like that, right? And she dropped Offset. And she was like really humiliating him and dragging him and, you know what I'm saying, doing all this stuff publicly with her new man. It's just like Papoose though, but every marriage gonna have their issues, but it's better for them to reconcile than to come on internet. But it's the internet is gonna protect them, they feel, because you got lawyers and courts involved, so they gotta document this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or they can't call and talk or whatever without the lawyers or something like that. I don't know how it works. So this is why you'll see brothers like Papoose, he'll come online and say what he got to say. Or you'll see Remy Ma, when she did her recent show, she said, nigga, you ain't getting shit. I guess Papoose trying to get some money out of her or something like that. And she said, nigga, you ain't getting shit. So this is how they talk and communicate with each other. Maybe they got like I don't know if Papoose, I don't know what they got. I don't know what's their you know, situation. I just know that they are going through some type of separation. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping they could have stayed together, but you know, because God love for marriages to stay together. He don't like, you know, divorce. But Adam didn't divorce Eve. But I understand that life happens and people go through stuff. But yeah, I never knew that they got a restaurant. Biggie Smalls' daughter got a restaurant. I never knew that. I'm about to get up out of this area. There's too much cars coming over here. All these little young ass college students and all type of shit. I don't want to be around all this shit too much. I don't want all this attention. I should have went down there where I was thinking about going. As soon as I'm done rolling this shit up, I'm out of here. Yeah, I don't even like parking like this back and pulling in. I was talking about that girl next door that got out the car. She had fake weave in her hair and all that shit. Looking like a fake ass Cardi B. That's all I'm saying. It ain't really no more real women. All the women running around looking like fake ass action figures. I don't know what the fuck y'all look like. It ain't no real woman though. Real woman gonna use her real hair. She gonna wear her real nails, no makeup. You know what I'm saying? No lipstick, none of that stuff. That don't, the Bible, the word of God never told you that make you look better, wearing makeup and lipstick and all that stuff. The people who create the makeup told you it looked good. But a man that's a real man, he's not gonna be able to know who you are when you take that makeup off. If you be real and honest, he'll tell you if he like you like that. But when you hide and try to look like you something you're not, You got all this makeup on. Now they got what did it say? Jezebel painted her face and looked out the window. So yeah, you had some people doing that in the Bible, but she wasn't nobody to be following. What happened to her? She got thrown down by Jehu. Jehu said, "Throw her down," and they threw her down, and all her blood was splattered on the wall and on the chariot. Remember? That was the end of Jezebel. So a lot of these groups and fraternities, especially like the college fraternities, they worship foreign gods that the Bible tells you that they sacrifice their children to Moloch and stuff like that. That's what they do with these guys. A lot of people send their children to college, knowing that at these colleges, they got fraternities and sororities. A lot of grown men and women been to fraternities and sororities, so they try to get their children to do the same thing. It's just like certain family members might have went to the military, so they try to get their children and go to the military. Let me move around. I guess I'll stay here. I got something stuck in my teeth. That shit. Hopefully this bud healthy. Yeah, Bart and them was high, y'all. The dudes with Nolan Wells, I'm about to stop putting Nolan Wells titles up because I don't want to be like them dudes that just keep making videos. Everything is about Nolan Wells, but they making money off of it because they monetize. I'm not monetized, so when I do it, it's really about what's on my heart. It's not about, let me just give y'all content because I know that I'm going to get views and go viral because this, when it start dying down, I can't use it no more to make money on YouTube, so I'm not doing that. And I ain't trying to take away from nobody that's actually, because they do a decent job. You know what I'm saying? They do bring the details, new information, they're updating us. Like Willie D, he's one of the ones that's staying on top of it. And all new updates he'll come out with. Like, so I hope justice comes behind this. And the other people that died, like the woman who was hung in Jackson, Mississippi, and a lot of other people died, I haven't even made videos about that yet. So I want to try to start covering all of it, look into all of it, you know what I'm saying? And whatever the Holy Spirit use me to speak on, I'll speak on. And watching a lot of videos about Nolan Wells, that's all I do. I watch so many videos about Nolan Wells because I'm learning so much about like people that got questions or stuff that these young dudes are saying in their interviews and stuff like that. A lot of people do reactions off of that. And you know how like in most court cases, they'll say, well, we can't use a crackhead for a credible witness because a crackhead will lie. They would lie for money to take drugs, or they probably just can't be trusted, right? So you like most of the time you never see a crackhead get on the stand and testify, and they start questioning them and cross-examining, and they find out they're a crackhead. What you do for a living? I smoke crack. That's like Bart. That's like Bart and all the dudes that was on the boat with Nolan Wells. Nothing they saying can be taken serious because they're drug addicts. Remember, he said, yeah, Nolan was wasted. We was all fucked up. They all was fucked up. That's why they couldn't drive. That's why they couldn't drive that boat. and talking about we sinking. They was high on coke the whole time on the phone, and they say that stuff, a lot of that stuff is fake. The CTO call is fake and all that. That was their alibi to make it look like, yeah, this is what we at this time we tried to get away and go. Our boat sank. No, y'all boat ain't sank. Y'all did something with Nolan, and y'all was trying to use that as an alibi to make it look like y'all wasn't connected to it. I'm gonna be checking into a lot of videos that was made today, right? Because today is Tuesday, August 18th, so it should be information about his phone record, his phone that what was in his phone. Some of that should come out today, hopefully. I don't trust Nancy Grace. A lot of people are starting to pick up this. Look at it like this, y'all. A lot of people picking up this Nolan Wells case because they know that it's a reward with who can whoever like helps solve the case, they're gonna give $100,000 reward. So that's why you'll see Nancy Grace come out of retirement. You think Nancy Grace really care about Nolan Wells or what happened to him? What about what about all the other black people that been dying? Why Nancy Grace ain't come out and speak about that? Why she come out and talk about Nolan Wells? Black people die every day in America. You got people dying where it looked like they was murdered, but then they say, well, we don't know what happened. You never see white people die like that, and they say, well, he was found with his organs missing and all this shit, but we don't know what happened. Autopsy taking your throat out and all that. The government came out and said black people are Native Americans. Are y'all gonna give us some reparations and some land back then? Give us some fucking reparations if y'all gonna come out and say we Native Americans. Yeah, the government just came out. I don't know where it came from. But if you go on my Facebook and you'll see that post I put on my Facebook, and it was a document. I don't know if it's from the NAACP or something, but it's a historical document. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I'm gonna do more looking into it, but it just came out that black people are Native Americans. So do that mean we can kick y'all out of America? Can we kick white people and send y'all back to Europe if we Native Americans? Can we deport y'all ass? You know what I'm saying? If we Native Americans, can we deport y'all off our land? Now this is God's land. This ain't our land. There ain't nobody. Don't nobody own the land. But if we are the descendants of America, we descendants of Israel, but we came on ships through the transatlantic slave trade. They brought us all different parts. Some of us went to Barbados, some went to Colombia, some went to Peru, some went to Mexico, some of us went to Jamaica, Haiti, the Congos, West Africa, all different type of places they brought us. Bermuda. This is why when you go all around the world, like in Italy and like you go to Asia, and then you got like the Egyptians, you got the Sudan people out in Egypt and stuff like that. These are black people. You go into London, most people think London, you thinking about them dudes that's white, that look like Donald Trump, that talk, and they say 14. They can't even say 14. They say 13. Right? They talk like somebody pinching their lips and stuff. Pinching their tongue. But when you go to England, you see all them black brothers like Wretch 32 and what's that dude? Them dudes that was on fire in the booth and all that y'all see me doing reactions for before I came to Christ on this platform. Yeah, Wretch 32. I think it's one of the dudes' name was Avlino. I can't remember him. The drill rap started in the UK, then it came to Chicago, but they've been doing it like since
probably in the 2000s. They was probably doing that. Yeah, because there's like this is something new, and for music, for New York, for the whole United States, we ain't never heard no drill rap. Chicago ain't invented. They didn't create it. They learned it from somewhere. You think them dudes from Chicago just came out and they all just start rapping like that? No, they was following somebody. They were following them dudes in England. That's where it started. That's why if you go look into Chef G, you go look into a lot of these dudes, Fabio Foreign, Chef G, they go out to do performance. They go do a freestyle on Fire in the Booth out in England because they know that's where drill rap started. They got to pay homage. They going out there to pay homage. And I think they got some type of fraternity they connected to too. That's why a lot of them black dudes like Philip Anthony Mitchell, he's yelling out, screaming out, talking about, I had to pay my own money to do this tour. Because, no, he said, this tour I'm asking for money because the last two I had to pay my own money. Philip Anthony Mitchell, you got $19 million from the fake Jews when you went to Israel. You probably kissed the wall like Donald Trump. You shouldn't be charging for no tickets. You're going to hell, Philip Anthony Mitchell. God love you, but he will send you to hell for wickedness and misleading the people if you don't repent, man. You ain't supposed to be trying to make yourself a celebrity. This is idolatry, what he doing, idolizing himself. Yeah, it costs $200 a ticket. So homeless people can afford that. People that ain't got no income, they can afford that. Christ came to reach the lost and save the sick. Everybody can afford. Just like the it's a church over in Newburgh on Lake Street. I seen it on Facebook. They're inviting people to come join and worship with them, right? But they want you to reserve a spot. It don't cost no money. You just have to reserve the spot. So that's what Philip Anthony should be doing. But he want to be a celebrity. Ever since he did that stuff for he's all at these stadiums and at the New York Knicks game and all that, he think he's a rapper. That's why he was taking pictures with D1 and he had both of his thumbs hanging out his pockets like a Freemason. See, I don't know if he's showing a Master Mason sign or what is he trying to say. He remind me of one of them little Nation of Islam sellout dudes that's sitting up working for Homeland Security and smiling in your face, acting like they love the Black Panthers. But he gonna go back and tell everything you talk about and everything that you share, where your heart and mind is at, how you feel about freedom and justice. He gonna go tell Homeland Security. He's infiltrating the dude that said, yeah, I infiltrated the Black Panthers. Remember that black dude that they had? The FBI is videos of these people. The COINTELPRO. No, Martin Luther King. He tried to say he felt bad about what they did. You ain't feel bad because you infiltrated them. A lot of black dudes is on parole and they found out that the government don't like the word of God and the government want to stop the word of God. Them niggas start asking their parole officers, can I get off of parole faster if I attack this brother for preaching the word of God? So they said, yeah. So they got their whole gang and tried to team up and God start taking these niggas out. God started sending the intelligence agencies running through their phone records and then add up everything that they doing and then come back and rush them when they least expect it and they lose everything. Because they've been plotting and scheming too long. Most High is sitting back watching. He got all the information. It's stored in a database. Stop talking on phones. Throw away your cell phone. If you want to be a tough guy like them dudes in the mafia flicks, they didn't have cell phones, stupid motherfuckers. Y'all be acting like y'all an Italian mafia, all these little dirty ass white boys and all that. You trying to act tough, and why y'all be trying to act hard for? You don't want to fight, none of y'all. You don't got no boxing gloves. You don't want to fight regular. You just want to try to entrap people and call the police because your uncle worked for the sheriff. That's why I'm about to start exposing y'all license plates and y'all names real soon. And I'm going to give your number to the feds, motherfucker, so you could get arrested and go to jail because you're a white boy and y'all be selling drugs and y'all never go to jail. And y'all tell on all the black people. Stay away from me. You feel me? You playing me too close. Once I start feeling certain type of ways, I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand against that shit. Yeah, like you scheming and plotting on me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna report your ass right to the FBI. You a white nationalist. You better leave me alone, man. And I think you working with the police. It's always them white dudes who be selling the pounds of weed. Before weed was legal, they be selling pounds of weed. But every time you meet them and buy some weed, the sheriff pull up. You know what I'm saying? The sheriff right in the parking lot where you meet him. This nigga got the sheriff on speed dial, but he's selling you pounds of weed. Scary ass people. And you got the police with you. But they'll let you buy it the same way how they let the fentanyl come in and the department, the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, the same ones who do all the raids and take down people for selling drugs. They let millions of dollars of fentanyl come into the country. Go look on my Facebook. Y'all already seen it. You already seen it. Devon Rayford on Facebook. You already seen it. You seen the post, right? You seen the article? Just go Google it. The DEA let millions of fentanyl pills come into America, and they did not stop it. And they had wiretap phone calls that they knew these drugs was about to be picked up and sold, and they knew they had fentanyl in it, and they let it happen. Go look it up. You think the government want to arrest drug dealers? They only want to address your black ass. They don't want to arrest the Mexican cartels and the white nationalists that's selling the fentanyl and the police officers. Nah, they don't want to arrest them. Them dudes like Wayne Piorfi, who was having sex in the Brewster Police Department with underage Mexican girls right inside the police department. Go look into the court records. He was doing it for 8 years. He was trafficking children for 8 years. His name was Wayne Piorfi, and he worked in the Brewster Police Department in Brewster, New York State. And he lived in Highland, New York. And they gave him 3 years. But he was trafficking these women for 8 years. And he was the chief of police, not women, excuse me, children, sorry. And he was the chief of police. And everybody know what's up with the Epstein files, so you can't trust these people. All of them is in bed with it. Yeah, that's why they don't want to pull out the Epstein files, because they're going to know everybody will wake up and start seeing, we don't have no Democrat and Republican parties, y'all. They all work together. They just come out in the public and act like they're against each other. That's all. They go to the same meetings, they go out and do the same thing, they be in the same buildings and stuff. They won't broadcast everything when they got to go to England and do their little rituals. They're not going to show you what they do in them little lodge meetings. That's why they was mad when when Donald Trump was dancing with Epstein, pointing out all the victims to him. Donald Trump was pointing out all the victims for the night to Epstein in that video, remember? When they was dancing looking like the I forgot that old movie, the Grease or something like that, when they used to wear them little plastic looking jackets and all that. I forgot that movie name. Yo, hit that like button, share this video out, y'all. So when you see before the summer end and God want to switch up that water over there on Horn Island, and God want to start letting them waves come up a little higher, it might just drown out and flood out some of them people's houses that was a part of Nolan Wells case. When them waves start coming up a little higher over there in Horn Island, it might mess around and flood out the judge house, the one who was cleaning up the boat and all that. That's how God get down. Because He said, God said he's angry with the wicked every day. He said, vengeance belong to me. God is going to destroy these people. Them little dudes that's lying on Nolan Wells and everybody that's lying on all the black people that's getting hung all throughout America. Your time, your days are numbered, man. God hears the cry of the innocent blood from heaven. It cries out to him whenever innocent blood is shed. That's what happened with Cain. God told Cain, your brother's blood is crying out from the ground to heaven to me. And Cain was scared. He said, man, somebody, he says, this wasn't his exact words, but he said, somebody gonna kill me. And God told him, whoever kill you gonna be revenged sevenfold. So it wasn't no law to punish murderers with Cain and Abel at that time. He instituted that way later. Maybe I don't, it might be in Genesis. I want to say Exodus though, but I'm not positive about it. It could be the law for capital punishment already in Genesis. Not with Cain and Abel though. Cain was like, basically God was like the king, the priest or whatever. So Cain was like in a refuge with God, like how you had the laws in Leviticus when if the Israelites kill somebody, they can go to the refuge city and they couldn't leave. If they leave without the priests and get caught by the family, they can avenge them and take their blood and stuff like that. And once God kick all the fake Jews out of Jerusalem, that's going to be our escape land. That's going to be the homeland for all the foundational Black Americans who want to go back home, because that's our home. Jerusalem is the mother of us all. All nations going to have to come to Jerusalem and worship, but God got to take out the fake Jews, Nate and Yahoo and them. And on Facebook, I at him yesterday, and I think them dudes be watching. Yeah, I at Nate and Yahoo and told him, man, you should be locked up in the same cell as the Venezuelan president, man. Who you think you is, you warmongering devil? That's what I told Nate and Yahoo yesterday. And ever since I told him that, they've been messing with my posts on Facebook. I can't post as much as I was now, because I'm at these devils' neck. They playing with the family. They playing with our brothers and sisters. Nolan Wells' blood is crying out to heaven. What did he do to deserve to die? For y'all to leave him on the island, lie to his mom, take his phone, all this stuff y'all did. So the system can only work against Black people. That's what y'all think, right? Only Black people go to jail for murders. That's what y'all trying to say? If you down with the Proud Boys and you got Donald Trump lawyer, you get a pardon. Them dudes was up there talking crazy. Oh yeah, Nolan will be crying and turning over in his grave right now, talking crazy. No, they never even been inside his house, but talking about he was my best friend and all this. That's why if I work for the intelligence agencies, let me tell y'all straight up, if I work with the CIA or the NSA or the FBI or any intelligence agency, ICE, I would run through them little children. They're not children, they're grown, they're young men because they over 18. I would run through them young men phone records and pull back everything and expose it. Let y'all get it and expose it. You saying you know Nolan and you was cool with him and all that. Them dudes was lying in all them interviews. I don't believe nothing they saying. Officer Tatum know they drug addicts. So if they was saying they was all getting messed up, and they said they from a pretty tight-knit community, so that means ain't nobody gonna tell. Ain't nobody gonna tell where they get the drugs from. Where did y'all get the drugs from that night? Warren, Bart. Hey Bart, where did y'all get the drugs from, Bart? Bart was the most highest because he started getting violent. They said, damn it, Bart. He did some real wild, crazy stuff, right? And they try to say the audio ain't real. Man, that audio is real. But it's a lot of fake stuff. Like the call don't make sense. The audio is real because they talking, but the call don't make sense. Like what they talking about, how they talking to each other, it seemed like it was planned. You know what I'm saying? Who was over the age to ride a boat that day? That right there should show that, man, they didn't even have permission to be out there riding no boat. Don't you gotta be over 21, I think, to ride a boat? I never heard that nobody say, yeah, this is the person that was driving the boat. Well, was it his boat? If it wasn't his boat, how can you drive? You could drive somebody else's boat if you got a license, but if you don't got no boat license, you can't drive nobody else's boat, right? Don't you gotta have a license to drive boats, y'all? Y'all gotta fill me in. Let me know in the comments on this, y'all. Cause that ain't adding up either. All y'all under 21, but y'all on a boat going to Horn Island. It ain't making sense. Nobody talking about that. Did no do Officer Tatum just coming out to give a false narrative, make them dudes talk about whatever they want, and then they look. This how you know they ain't standing on no truth. Cause they talking about social media, people that's making videos online, how they want to come after and sue people that's content creators. Don't that sound crazy? They ain't say they gonna sue Ben Crump for defamation of character. They said they gonna sue content creators. Do that make sense? It don't make no sense, right? That's crazy, man. Them little young boys are that dude Warren, they say he lost a lot of weight. So it's like gotta start showing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like I don't know how to explain it, man. You're convicted and you can't eat. It's something, it's like, all right, I never murdered nobody or nothing like that, but I guess it's like, you know how you watch it on movies and stuff like that? People will murder people, they'll go in the toilet and start throwing up, and I don't know, maybe that's what Warren's going through. You know what I'm saying? Where he can't eat and he's losing so much weight. They say he lost a lot of weight, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's guilty of something. I'm not saying he murdered Nolan, but maybe he's guilty of something. Maybe he knows something that he's not telling us. That's why if I work for the intelligence agencies, I will run all through them dudes' phones. All way back 2 years, 3 years ago. Maybe more than that. Just to get a little understanding of his character and who he is. And up until the date where they started meeting Nolan, how long ago did he meet Nolan? How long has he knew him? I would go back that long and look into his phone records, all his social medias and everything. Why did they delete their social medias? What y'all hiding? Did y'all plan this before? You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff got to be recovered. They deleted their social media. They didn't delete the cloud that's still on that app, whatever social media site they deleted. Everything is still stored on there. They can't delete it. So they just got to go run into it. That's what the intelligence agencies do. ICE got the stuff that can look through everybody's phones. So when you think you're doing something, right? You get your phone records ran and they look through all your information. This is how people be getting hacked and all the information get out there. You start getting a bunch of random calls from spam people and stuff like that. Yeah, because you getting your stuff ran. Ain't nothing we do. We walk in Walmart. You walk in Walmart, they got the facial recognition. They can run everything from your face right there. Face is a mugshot. You got a mugshot. You ain't got to go to jail to get a mugshot. Go to Walmart. You ain't gotta get locked up. You ain't gotta commit no crime and go to the county jail to get a mugshot. Go to Walmart. Go in CVS. Go in any store with a facial camera. Go to get Lucy's. Right? Go to the Lucy's store. What they got, y'all? Cameras, big ass cameras. You can see yourself in some of these stores on camera. Like the gas stations and stuff, they'll show you like what's in the parking lot. They have a live view in some gas stations. So when you walk in, they got your face. If they want to go back and run your face through the system, they can do it. We don't know what they do. If they want to give your face to the police, if you're a person of interest and the police say, hey, we need this person's face that came in here at this time because a crime happened and we think they might be connected to it. The gas station to give that that face, whatever you did in that gas station, they're gonna give it to them. You can't hide nothing really. It's crazy, right? And you got a cell phone. So everything y'all did can be pulled back up. That's the good thing about it. You think you say stuff on social media and I'm just going to delete my social media and everything I said, it's deleted. Or I delete everything I say. It's still stored in the cloud, even if you delete it. It's still stored in the cloud. And their cloud and their data, everything you said on your Google account, because that is connected to your Google through your email. So everything you said is not only on Facebook, but it's on Google too. They can run that, do a forensic on all that, right? Say they don't want to get this deep. They only want to get y'all surface level stuff. That's why they send Officer Tatum and even them dudes like that you think be fighting for Nolan. Well, I ain't gonna call no names out because I don't want to have no problems with our people. But even some of the big black brothers that y'all be watching, they be trying to take it light because they don't want to say too much to make it look like, well, this is my personal opinion. I don't, they trying to just give whatever information is being reported on. They ain't trying to really put too much of their personal opinion. Because that defamation, when they came out and said they're gonna sue people for defamation, that got a lot of people kind of like cautious. They don't want to lose their channels, or you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying. And so it's like Eric Kirk, man. When that stuff happened with Charlie Kirk, Charleston White came out and started talking about he was doing comedy skits and talking about his son and all that, and they took down his channel. Yeah, and that's like, all right, so they pick and choose who channel they want to take out, right? Look at it like this. When Charleston White was going at Erica Kirk and he said, yeah, your little autistic looking son and all that stuff, he said her son looked autistic, and he was going in, and they took his channel. He was doing a comedy, right? But he seemed like he was serious. That's how he is. And then what I just said, the dude, oh yeah, so the dude Drewski, he can keep coming out on the BET Awards and all that, doing skits against Christ, right? Yeshua, who y'all call Jesus, and nothing happens to him, right? He didn't lose his platform for hate crimes and coming against protect a religion and all that, like y'all do to other people if you go too hard against the Jews. The Ashkenazis, they call them Hasidic Jews, or Ashkenazi Khazars, but they say they're Jewish, but they're not Israelites. They just practice a religion called Judaism. It's a big difference between the religion called Judaism, because that has nothing to do with the scriptures. That was created way after the New Testament, after Christ died and rose and went to heaven. So that ain't got nothing to do with the believers in Christ. You hear me? Judaism ain't got nothing to do with the body of Christ. Now, the Jews, which are the Israelites from the Old Testament, that has everything to do with the New Testament, because that's the Old Testament. That's Moses, that's Prophet Isaiah, that's Ezekiel, that's Hezekiah, that's Jeremiah, that's Nehemiah. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you get into Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and then coming into Christ and King David and Solomon and all of that. But they use that. The Jewish people that practice Judaism, they use Moses. They say some of them study first 5 books of the Torah, they call it. Torah means the book of knowledge or book of instruction. I forgot, pardon me. But a lot of them read the Talmud, and that's some complete Satan stuff. Yeah, that's demonic. So you just don't know who's who. They can all look the same, you know what I'm saying? But they have different beliefs. Just like black people, we all look the same, but we don't got the same beliefs. Some of us believe in ancestors coming and helping us. Some of us believe in voodoo and stuff like that. Some of us just believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I just believe in Christ and the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the God of heaven, the God of Israelites. That's all. And I believe that all the other religions and stuff like that, it's just like ancestors and like, it depends. Are you talking about ancestors like from the Bible, or are you talking about just all the ancestors? That's what I think. Like Dr. Umar and them dudes, when they say the ancestors, they're talking about all our people that died. That's what they talking about. But that could be necromancy, because you having fellowship with the dead, like you asking for the ancestors to do something, when you can just go to God and ask God directly to do it. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors are dead. God is the God of the living, not the God of the dead. Therefore, you do greatly err, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of God. So, yeah, we don't have the ancestor worship stuff. You know, I don't believe in it. Now, I believe we can talk about dead people, you know what I'm saying? Like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, things they did, and how in history today, like the Black Panthers, a lot of things they did in history today, you'll see like the government doing welfare. But the Black Panthers was the one who set up the first welfare. They was giving out food and helping people with medical care, stuff like that before, because black people didn't get no medical treatment. This country has always been racist. So, you know, they came in like the 1960s or something like that, in the 70s and the 80s and stuff. And it was a time when, you know, civil rights had to be fought for. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have no rights. This is what the civil rights movement is about. So it was a civil war. And all this stuff got to do with the civil rights movement, right? If I'm not mistaken, the Civil War was between the North and the South, right? But it had a lot more to do with black people being slaves and stuff like that too. And then being treated unfair and not having equal rights. They would bring somebody from Ukraine and move them in South Carolina and make black people struggle and tell you, man, stand on the side when they walk past the sidewalk. Let them come in your house and act like he a tax collector, a bill collector. He charging you all these prices just came from Ukraine. Right?
They brought in a whole bunch of immigrants from Ukraine. You don't think they gave them jobs at the World Trade Center and shit like that? Them niggas working in the Pentagon with Pete Hegseth. I'm telling you, all them Ukrainians they sent here, them motherfuckers don't even speak English. You might see them at Walmart. They start sounding like they talking Russian. Right?
Excuse my language. I'm sorry for the profanity. I gotta try to clean it up. It's hard, man. I'm sorry, it's hard. I gotta get more into the word, focus more on the word. The more I'm into the word, the less time I got to speak on my own. Because everything I'm thinking about and doing is putting the word out, studying and understanding what I'm reading at the same time. That's why I love reading articles, because I'm learning something new and I'm putting out the information at the same time. I was gonna read the court case where the attorney for that sent out the document from Carmelo Anthony's case. It's a very long document, but his what's today?
Thursday? No. Yeah, today is his
I think it's his the appeal thing, and then tomorrow is the second part, right? So we praying that justice be served for Carmelo Anthony, and the Lord is with him. He was defending himself. He wasn't the aggressor. They was rushing him and running up on him. Yeah, they all started running up towards him. And he already knew. He was in fear of his life. They could have beat Carmelo Anthony to death. It's 8:30, y'all. Got one more day. Try to work. Make some money now. When them waves start coming down on y'all judge's house, don't say nothing. God'll flood y'all houses out. Y'all think y'all gonna get away with perverting justice? God is the number one judge. He's the only judge and the only lawgiver. And on Judgment Day, you're gonna get judged. And you're gonna be judged by the word every day until Judgment Day. I'm about to cut this car off, y'all. Get a little more. Just let this phone chill. I was trying to get charged, but it's on 15%. It's good. Y'all not gonna get away with this. Y'all take note from Warren losing all that weight because he knows he can't take the pressure. And the brothers and sisters, the family gonna keep turning the pressure up on y'all. Y'all gonna hear about this every day. You're gonna hear Nolan Wells' name every day. New questions and things that don't make sense. If y'all are all on drugs and all that, right? You said Nolan was wasted, but y'all all sniff coke. We know that we heard that the judge sniffed coke or something like that, right? She probably got it for y'all. Yeah, these are rich white people. They snorting it right up to $1 off $1 or something. Snorting lines off a $20 bill, man. You know what they doing. They probably did. I ain't gonna say what they probably did, but we know that they took his phone and lied about it and took a long time to get his phone and started trying to get it smart with the sister that went to get the phone, right? and they in there trying to cut the lights off and do all this sneaky stuff. Go back home on July 4th and go to sleep. Didn't they say that? Yeah, we went back home and took a nap or something like that. They ain't take no nap. They know something that they ain't telling. That's what happened. That's why we gotta get through their phone records. And we need one of the intelligence agencies to go run through an audit through everything they said on social media, everybody they was texting, up until but right when they met Nolan, how was this conversations, how many times they hung out, and then we can see if that dude lying in the Officer Tatum video, just with an audit off of everything he said on social media since he met Nolan. Oh yeah, Nolan's like my brother. We always used to chill. His dad would come around. Man, they said they don't even know you. Their family said they do not know you. That dude lying then. If the family don't know you, you'd never spend the night at his house, but you making up all these stories. You cannot trust these little dudes. They don't believe in the Bible. They ain't say nothing about, yeah, I believe the blood of Christ gonna cover me, and none of that, right? He said, we are from a pretty tight-knit community. They talking like they in the gang. Ain't nobody gonna tell on them. He said, we don't tell on each other. We tight. You know what I'm saying? We from a pretty tight-knit community. So if anything happens, they all know what happened, but don't nobody know what happened at the same time. It could be on camera, but you can't get footage of that camera. Then that's somebody gonna lose their job. This corruption. Somebody gonna lose their job. That judge might lose her pension behind this. You keep thinking it's a game. The Department of Justice might take this case, man. And they corrupt too, but they could still do certain things. Yeah, they could take that judge license. She should have been the first one giving up her phone. Y'all worrying about Nolan Wells talking about trying to ask his mom why she ain't giving up the phone. Why the judge ain't give up her phone? Right? Wasn't he at your house or something like that? Why she ain't offering to show none of the Ringer camera footage? You know they all got Ringer cameras of all the times Nolan came to their house. Wouldn't it be the right time now? Nah, they want to start conflicts and controversies with the family. That's what they want to do. And talk about threatening about suing people. That's content creators that's helping solve the case. That's what the internet is doing. Solving the case. Because every time they do an interview with Officer Tatum, everybody start cooking them and telling you, man, these dudes ain't making no sense. They lying. You got all type of army body language specialists and all type of stuff saying, man, these dudes is their body language ain't right. He got his arms crossed, all type of stuff. Even some white people. You got Secret Service Sam and all them type of people. Man, they don't be believing in these dudes that they're lying on Nolan Wells. But I think what Dr. Umar said is true. I think that this was a racially motivated thing. Y'all can say, oh, there was 400 people on the island, so where they all at? Why ain't nobody showing no pictures or nothing? Matter of fact, we gotta, if I work for the intelligence agency, we're gonna run through everybody records who was on that island that day. Matter of fact, we're gonna get a copy of the phone lines that was in that area, and we're gonna check every phone that came across these phone lines. That's the shit that the FBI do, man. I don't know why they ain't acting like they can't solve this. They fucking playing. You know what I'm saying? If a white college student and her mom was a judge got murdered, they would be all over it doing whatever they could do. They would go find a body in less than 10 hours or probably or whatever. They would know what to do. They got all type of technology that can do shit, right? You got drones and all type of stuff. It seemed like when Nolan Wells died, they knew where he was at. You know what I'm saying? Because they put him there. That's how they knew how to go find the body. That's why, like, I believe the dudes from the Cajun Navy was all in on it too. They knew something. Y'all didn't just come out of nowhere and find him. Y'all knew where he was at. Cause they probably told y'all where they put him or something. Something ain't right about this. You feel me? Something ain't right. Like some people were saying, they like the Cito, like when he said, "Oh, I talked to the granddad and all that stuff." Well, the granddad know what happened to that body, and he probably told you where the body was. You feel me? Yeah. Because that's what he said when he got when they transferred him over to when she called him, remember when they were saying they wanted to get a tow or whatever. Yeah. On the C-tow call. That's how you know they playing games. But Mississippi ain't the only racist state in America, man. There's a lot of other ones. You got racist places all on the north and the south, all throughout this country. This is why, like, all right, the people that like came in, like Kamala Harris before Trump, it's why they let all the immigrants in, because she don't fuck with black people, and Joe Biden is a racist ass white man. The whole government is racist. So, you know what I'm saying? They run it like a Klan rally, or not a rally, but like a Ku Klux Klan mob or whatever, right? That's why they held back the Epstein files, and nobody acting like they can't do nothing. Why ain't nobody getting impeached and losing their job, right? This ain't corruption. They should lock Donald Trump up in the same cell with the Venezuelan president, man. You a coward and you ain't fighting for the gold and silver, like I told you. Been telling your dumb ass for 3 years. You a coward. And all them black people that be tap dancing behind you going to hell. Racist ass white man, Klan man, dragon, grand dragon ass motherfucker. That's why the soldiers is dying right now over there in Iran. They jumping over the ship off that Abraham Lincoln ship. They said they dying because they starving for food and they rather just jump off and die. I said the same ships they had us in. Y'all getting the same ships. What I said, You can't get no oil. We can't get no reparations. Iran flipping over them ships they had a slave in. Y'all jumping off the ships. This is like the time of Moses when the red with the Red Sea, when he split the sea during the Exodus. And man, that strip of her music is deadly. They trying to take oil and run it through all of the countries that they got the U.S. embassies, but the Muslims is not letting it happen. All of the countries that's in these Muslim territories where they control the oil, because don't no black people or white people really own gas stations in America. It's all Muslims and stuff like that. People that's from different countries, they control the oil and stuff like that, and they own the gas stations. And they don't even really hire black people. And they never get no like discrimination because they don't hire black people. But a regular job gotta hire all races. Certain jobs could be this, they could get charged for discrimination if they don't hire black people. You know, like big corporations. So say if like that's a store like Target or Walmart, and 1,000 white people went there and got hired, and 1,000 black people went there and only 2 people got hired. So if them 998 people, right, went there and complained and said we've been discriminated against, they would look into it and they would find out, well, they hired 1,000 white people, why they ain't hired 1,000 black people? Or let's say it was 20 white people and 20 black people. Them numbers is high. And they hire all 20 white people, but they only hire 2 black people. That would look funny. And them 18 black people could complain about discrimination. And depending on how many more white people versus black people they hire, that job could get sued for discrimination. That's simple. You can't discriminate on the basis of someone's national origin or their race or ethnicity. Can't deny people employment because of that. It's racist. Or housing, but they think they're gonna get away with this until I start reporting some of y'all asses to ICE. They've been denying me housing, y'all. It's okay though, because I'm about to try to get back into school, hopefully figure out what's up when I try to get there tomorrow. Yeah, they've been playing games. I'm about to report their ass to Department of Justice for racism, discrimination, all type of stuff. They probably gave a whole bunch of people apartments before me, but want to play games with me. I'll probably just tell them just take me off, and I won't even look. I'll go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Don't even deal with people like that. I don't even been focused on that though. I got so much other things trying to take care of. I ain't even been worrying about that. You know what I'm saying? But God is good, man. I know that Satan only got a little bit of time, so he's trying to do whatever he could. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's 2 people in here. Y'all hit the like button. Let me see if I missed comments. Hold on. All messages. Okay, nah, I ain't missing no comments. I appreciate y'all for staying in there. Dang, y'all been here for a whole hour. I'm gonna put this video out right after I'm done, since y'all came through and show love like that. I don't know who y'all is, but I appreciate y'all. And we about to get ready to get up out of here in a couple minutes. I'm gonna smoke this cigarette and then I'm gonna end this live, y'all.
But I really appreciate y'all. And I make gospel music. So if you want to check me out, you could check me out on all streaming platforms. Brother Devon Music. I appreciate if you play my songs that's on United Masters or on Brother Devon Topic on YouTube and subscribe to it. I don't know if you can comment, but yeah, you can subscribe to it, share it. And if you follow me on TikTok or something like that and do a reaction or I repost it or whatever, if you do a reaction on one of the songs, yeah. I got like 2 songs. No, 3. I got a song called Faith Not Sight with this brother. He sent me this song. I didn't even know who this brother was. I've been preaching the word on YouTube for like 3 years since I brought the Bible. I brought the Bible 2023 around like the end of June. And I've met a lot of beautiful people on YouTube, man. God works so beautiful when you obedient, faithful to him. I put all my trust in him. But it's like, it's a gift, but it's like, man, Satan to try to come at you so hard, the more God start to work things out for you in your favor. And it's just, you got to be able to move wise. Everything's a learning lesson. You can get a lot and lose it and get it back again and lose it again if you're not wise. So you got to be wise, man. Because Satan is always looking to see what he could take. You feel me? So just be careful and be wise. That's all I can say. Yeah, but it's the reason why people just accept the way of living that they tell us. Like, it gotta be like this. This is the way how things is. And then you start thinking that. And they corrupt your mind and heart and make you wicked and evil. You make you want to do bad things, right? Because you think, well, this is how life is, and man, no, it ain't. Maybe right now in the place where you at, but it ain't got to be like that. It could change. You know what I'm saying? Anything could change. Man, look at it like this. You got a cell phone, right? I don't encourage nobody to gamble, but I'm addicted, y'all. And I've been losing a lot of money. I keep putting $5 on there and losing that shit every day. Every time I put it on there, I be losing. I used to hit a little something. Now I'm just losing like crazy. But it could be anybody. They could put a 9-cent bet on FanDuel and hit for like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, anything. And that's the type of money that could change someone's life. You know what I'm saying? If you invest in the right things. Just put in a crazy bet for all these tennis teams to win. They fucking around win. Somebody will get, you know what I'm saying? That's how it be, especially when you first start off with some of these apps. They usually let you win. After a while, you start losing like crazy. I seen a new one, but I don't got the money to spend on all that shit. I might have to work again. I might have to try to work again right now, tonight, 9 o'clock. Nah, it's too late. No, it's not, but I just don't feel like working out here. I'm gonna wait. Work in the morning. Got something stuck in my teeth, man. I need some producers too. People who make beats. I was trying to make a beat on what's that app? Can't even remember. I was trying to make a beat the other day. Ain't working out though.
That's why I be saying I think the whole sports thing is rigged. I think every sport, the WNBA, baseball, they look at the bets and then they start telling the teams to go to play against certain bets. So once you start betting on, like, if you betting on over 9 teams, it's gonna be hard to win. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like 9 teams that's like really guaranteed to win, and you ain't gonna win that much. You might win. You betting 9 cents, you might win 20, 30 cents. You know. But tennis, you can win a little more if you bet on like 9 games. You probably get a couple dollars off 9 cents. But they ain't all guaranteed to win. They just high chances, more high chances. That's why I said it's rigged. No matter what you do, you always lose. I'm about to probably uninstall this app, man. Yeah, my phone getting low though, y'all. So told you I'll stay for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna come back probably later. Yeah, I might come back later. Appreciate y'all for stopping through though. I'm gonna upload this video as soon as I'm done. Usually when I'm done recording, they go on private and I just put them out later, but I'm gonna put this right out. I'm out, y'all. God bless. Peace be unto y'all. Keep the faith. And these people on this Nolan Wells case and justice for Carmelo Anthony, justice for Nolan Wells. Man, y'all about to get exposed. God is going to show his mighty hand in this. He going to get the glory. Judgment. And he said, vengeance belongeth to me. So I'm gonna get with y'all later, man. Lord willing. Peace be unto y'all.